If you've been thinking about trying to lose some weight or trying to lose some fat and found it quite difficult, you've tried various diets, various exercise programs, and it kind of works for a little bit and then you go back to how your old ways were, or things just don't work out right, I'm going to tell you a way that I've used before that works out really well. So let's go right through it. We're going to use the maths of fat loss. By the way, for this, I'm not going to get bogged down about which device you use, which method you use of calculating your fat loss. And I'm being specific about fat loss, not weight loss, because it's easy enough to lose weight. If I just cut off my arm, here you go, I've lost some weight, but that's obviously not the idea. What we definitely want to be targeting is fat loss, if we are over fat and overweight from a fat point of view. So let's have a look and see how we do this. Now I'm going to do some calculations and you can follow along with me, but if I lose you at any point, do send me a message or leave a comment on this video and I'll do my best to help you answer that and guide you through this process. Let's say, for example, if somebody does weigh 100 kilos, okay, and let's say, for example, they have a body fat percentage of, let's suppose, 25% body fat. So that's way too high. And suppose their goal would be to become 20% body fat. So when they want to lose 5%. So we want to find out what 5% of this is, which is easy enough because of the numbers. We've got 5 kilos is how much we want to lose, because 95 kilos is the goal in that situation. So the way I work this out is we take 5 kilos and that becomes 5,000 grams. That's the same thing. Now I know that this is the full amount of fat that we want to lose. 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. So therefore, let's use this color here. So if we got 1 gram of fat equals 9 kilocalories, so calories. Therefore, if I've got my trusty calculator, I'm sure I could do this anyway, but I thought so. It's 45,000 calories. Now, what I like about this is it gives us a really realistic idea of where we want to be heading, because we know that by starving ourselves, by running on the treadmill for about 5 hours a day, is going to kill ourselves really, unless you're really training for some sort of marathon or some sort of ultra runner program. This is going to be taking some time to do that. However, that's our goal. So let's rethink this. Let's wipe up the board. That's our goal. So don't worry about any other numbers. Okay, 45,000 calories is what we're aiming for. So this is our goal here. 45,000 calories. Now, just from my personal experience, I think it's realistic at a kind of top range level of about 500 calorie deficit a day. Therefore, if we then do 45,000, okay, divide that by 500, that tells us 90 days. So that's going to take us 90 days to achieve. Well, that's pretty cool. So we know we've got some time to do this. Then what we're going to do is make sure that we calculate how much input we're putting into our bodies, how much food, and how much output, how much exercise. So how much we're putting in? Well, we should be putting in around about 2,000 calories roughly, give or take. Perhaps it might be 2,500 calories. That's how much is going in, so how much we're eating. Now there's 2 numbers we want to use for the amount going out. There is the active energy and your passive energy. Now this passive energy is also the same as your metabolic basal rate, or your BMR, basal metabolic rate, meaning that's how much I would burn just by sleeping for 24 hours, not moving my body, just for my body to stay alive. So for somebody around about the numbers that we were speaking about, your basal metabolic rate might be around about maybe say 1,500 calories. So let's just ignore that number and use this. So let's say we're eating this, that's going in, we're already using that. Therefore, we have to do a little bit of work. We've got to do probably about, to get the negative 500 calories a day loss, that's what we want to be aiming for per day to achieve this goal in 90 days. What we want to think about is how do we get that now? And simply 2,500, take away the 1,500, left with 1,000. So that's 1,000 there, actively equals the same, doesn't achieve this yet. So we want to be burning 1,500 calories a day via exercise. That is a big ask. So we want to be rethinking what do you want to do. So when you look at this calculation, think, okay, can I reduce this by a new amount? Can I increase this by a new amount? This number, if you're going to be increasing your active output, it will then also naturally increase your resting output as well. This is a very rough and ready way of working it out, but this is a method that I've used myself, and it's not written anywhere. It's one I've devised myself because I've always found it quite hard, even as a young boy, to lose fat and lose weight. So this is the method I use and I go back to frequently to make sure I stay on track. And this is what I want to be starting the new year with as well. If you've got any questions for this, please do leave me a message. I'd love to help you achieve your goals and make sure you get to where you want to be. Thanks for watching.